that she'll be back, considering obviously she's such a huge presence?
Yeah, I mean, Millie's a really big personality, big player for England and obviously for Chelsea. She's missed definitely in the sense of what she brings, well, both on and off the pitch. She's one of the leaders in the team, not just because she's the oldest, but just because of her experience, her attributes as a person. But yeah, I mean, I think we've all spoke to Millie through the week. We're all friends with her and stuff like that. We've just offered her our support, and you know, we just want to make sure that she's okay, both physically and mentally. It's been a long season for everyone, but having spent every day with Millie, I know that she's obviously someone who's quite tough and maybe holds a lot in, so I think it's been quite brave for her to come out and speak. And I think just from a friend perspective, I just want her to be okay, and give her as much time as she needs to feel okay again.
Obviously you're back in Barcelona.
Others have spoken to Millie this week. How kind of, I suppose, connected does she still feel to this camp, even though she's not here at the moment?
I guess you'd have to ask her that. But I'm assuming, yeah, I mean, there's many players who are really good friends of Millie's teammates. Many of us have reached out just to check on her as friends more than just teammates. And Millie knows she's always connected to this team. And the same with any Lioness, past, future and present. Even someone like Jill Scott is connected to this team. We can't get rid of her. But yeah, there's even future Lionesses who are still connected to this team. I think that's the great thing, is that we're so open and we have such good connections throughout the team, whether you're here in person or not.
And obviously, speaking of another, you as an individual, take that news, and how have you digested it since then?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was the first person she called to tell. I was probably in the know before everyone else, just because we have such a good bond and connection. I think you think of players who know what it means to play for England. I think Mary is one of them right at the top. Her career at England's been absolutely fantastic. Obviously the news was difficult to take as teammates, because we all love Mary. We all wanted to be here. But as a person and as a friend, like, we all accept her decision. We celebrate her, everything that she's done for this team, both on and off the pitch. And then we just have to look forward. We've got fantastic goalkeepers here. Mary's left a great legacy that means that they're all in a great position, that they're all prepared because they've had such a great mentor in the past number of years to learn from. And hopefully, you know, the goalkeepers that we have now can just, I guess, just live in that energy and just enjoy the fact that they were able to work alongside such a great professional, and then they can just bring that to the team as well.
When was that phone call with Mary?
That's for me to know.
And
football in England, but also for this England team to have winners on the highest level. Yeah,
definitely. I think it exposes you to that feeling of playing in big finals. It exposes you to what it takes to win. And the more players that we have that are used to that winning feeling, the experience going up against the best players in the world, because that's what you do in the Champions League as well, is fantastic for England. I think it's something that I've always said, obviously years and years ago, a long time ago when I first went to Lyon. That was what I want to do, test myself against the best players, win the Champions League, bring that experience to England. And you see, as years go on and more players have done it, Alex, Nikita, Izzy Christiansen, Jodie Taylor, Kira, and then now we've got all the Arsenal girls as well. Like, it's just fantastic for us as an England team and as a country to have so many more players who are doing great things and achieving great things.
Deal with the likes of Spain and, you know, the best teams in the world?
I mean, I think we're probably one of the most adaptive teams in the world. I think we've got the style where we can possess the ball, we can counter-attack, we can play in behind. We've got fast players, we've got technical players, we've got strong. I think it's something that we've been working on for a number of years. We've faced Spain many times, more than just the World Cup final, the Euros previously, the Euros before that as well, before Sarina was even here. Yeah, many times, and the same with the likes of Germany, with the USA. I think that's just the top teams nowadays. Is you have to turn up for every game, for every moment, because both teams so many teams are capable of so many different things. And we're growing as a team. I think it's something that we speak about a lot as an England team, how we can adapt in games, how we can change against different teams. But ultimately, yeah, you have to put on the performance on the day, and I think that's maybe this Nations League. If you maybe lose a little bit of yourself, the other team performs. That's the level of this competition. So as long as we keep our levels high and we know how to beat Spain, they equally know how to beat us. It's two top teams going head to head, and I think that's just something that both teams will enjoy.
Where do you think both teams are at the moment? Let's say, you know, the Euros were starting tomorrow. You know, where would you see both teams being at?
Yeah, I think pretty even. I think you look at the sets of players who are in form, top players being back, doing well this season. I think both teams are in very good position. I think going into the tournament, you're arguing with maybe England, Spain, Germany, France. There's like a handful of teams who are probably in the same position. But it's like we saw in the last Euros, and even in the World Cup, you know, 1-0 games to get to the final, close games in the final, but that's just the way it is. You can't really, it's opinion at the end of the day, and it's just who performs on the day, and I think we've got what it takes to outperform any team, but equally so as other teams as well.
All the best, thank you.
Chloe Kelly obviously scored the winning goal at the Euros. Sum up what that moment did for the team.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was the moment in history, wasn't it? I think the thing that changed women's football in England the most. Obviously it was Chloe's moment, but I think it was so many moments that went up into it. And yeah, it couldn't have happened to a more excitable person. I think we were all so happy for Chloe. And the way she celebrated and things, I think it really represents this team, and just that moment will forever go down in history. And yeah, it's like it's not only iconic, but it's whenever you see Chloe now, it's like that's your first thought. So it's fantastic for her and obviously for us as a team.
Thank you. Good luck tomorrow.
There's the squad players then to impress, considering there's so much on the line for them beyond just the game.
Yeah, I think, of course, that's hard because exactly what you say, you come close to squad selection. At the same time, we're just playing a game again tomorrow. We want to win that game. And also, that's a preparation for the Euros. So, yeah, short term, trying to win that game. A little longer term, a bit longer term is preparation Euros, which, of course, is the bigger picture.
With the Euros, but could be fit later on. Would you consider taking a player that might not be ready for that first game, but could contribute later on in the tournament?
Yeah, that's of course we already said we're trying to get her fit. Of course, first of all, she's trying to get fit with all the support from Chelsea, with all the support from us, so that she's doing really well, and we're moving forward. And she need to tick some boxes, and when she does, and we can progress. Then that's very good because we think she can make a difference in the Euros. But she needs to be healthy. She needs to recover from load, and of course she needs to perform at her highest level. And I'm pretty positive that's going to work.
How much of a difference have you seen in her in the last 6 months?
Yeah, the most of all that she is very, very happy, very energetic. Of course, going into Arsenal, having great performances. And I think she has improved again. So I think in possession, but also out of possession. And it's enjoyable to watch her. And she can do different things. And as she came on for us, of course, it was as a finisher. And straight away, she did well again. So even she heads now the ball in the back of the net. So that was very nice.
Yeah, she's certainly